and welcome to the Enchantress Society with Tia Johnson, a place where you get to be you, where you get to unlock your magic in a sacred and judgment-free zone. The Enchantress Society is your witchy sisterhood of enchanting women who guides and supports you along your spiritual journey from the mundane to the magical. I invite you to sit for a spell as I interview guests and spill the spiritual tea on how we can create the magical life we deserve. All right, Enchantress, welcome to the final part of this 4-part series where I introduce you to the witches of the Enchantress Coven. This is the witch queen, witch goddess phase. Yay! Oh man, wait till you see the witch goddess library. It is so beautiful. I love looking at it. Like, I just want to make that a physical place. Like, it's so pretty. It's so gorgeous. You can see that picture on my Instagram page at cosmic_witch_goddess. It's the blue one. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's like as soon as you click the library and it opens, it's like, oh, wow, that's where I want to be. And that's that feeling. Each library has its own vibe. And that's the point, is as you progress, if you so choose to, you will see that vibe match your progression. Okay, so the new witch is a little bit lighthearted. You know, we're focusing on some things that are introductory, right? By this time, we are really advanced. We are really raw and real. Not that we're not real in the beginning and raw, but it's not really raw in the beginning. It's just, okay, let's work on this. Let's work on this. Here's no holds bar, right? This is like French 4. So if you remember my like little visual there is, you know, when you start off, when you learn a language in high school, and you know, you got like the first, like the French one or Spanish one, you know, you're learning I am, he is, and by the time you're at 4, you're like, I'm going to the park and I'm going to eat this, I'm going to go there and I'm going to get this, da, 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 da. You know, it's fluent, really. So I'm going to talk about who this phase is for, her why, benefits, the why I created this. And I have oracle reading, and spirit was really like, yeah, a little bit overboard with these cards, but we are going to get to it because that's the message that needs to come through. So as I explained in the other episodes, you know, the Enchantress Coven is for women who they feel different and, you know, some cases misunderstood. And if you listen to the previous ones first, you'll see that this also applies to, especially in the beginning, women who feel stuck. There's a longing for something there. You know, they feel like there's more than what meets the eye. They have some weird experiences spiritually, you know, that they can't explain. At this point, you are really wanting to protect your energy at all costs. All right. And you know your purpose, but now you're ready to take it up a notch. So this is somewhat similar to the Witch Queen, where you know what you want to do. This is like this newfound thing, but in this case, you're claiming your sovereignty. Okay, you're expanding your queendom, and you're really focusing on your legacy. So you're a little bit at a crossroads here because you are established, but what does that mean? Is this something that is actually your legacy, or is it time to turn right? Okay, what does that mean for you? Okay, is this what you're doing, what you truly want to do? A lot of people are changing their jobs, or they're changing their position within a job. They are changing spouses. There's a lot of uprooting and reshuffling that's going on, especially at this point. So also, you know that learning never stops. So this is also the point where it's more along the lines of coaching, like the blind spots. Okay. Understanding that you have these gifts and you need to hone in more on a focus and clean up anything that's left over that is negative, obsolete thinking, and so forth. So, the witch queen's why, and in combination of who this is for, is a woman who's looking to maintain and protect her legacy, learning more of her magic, because it's multi-layered. And I'm experiencing this as well, where I thought I learned a lot about my magic, and then I'll have a dream or a vision. It's like, oh, okay, spirit wants me to go this route. And that's fine because I mastered that part. And now moving on to this part. Okay. Learning different ways to show up in the world, right? God is, especially as the witch goddess, you're multifaceted, especially at this point. All right, and you're owning these different aspects. Whereas in like the new witch and the brightest witch, you're focusing more so on like one aspect. Like you know that you are multifaceted, but at that point in time, you're focusing on one, maybe two things. At this point, you're focusing on several things because you can. But also, what does it look like? What does that mean? And what should you focus on? All right. Also, developing deeper connection with the goddesses and cosmos. This is when we focus more on being celestial. We are learning more about the planets, how that impacts us. We are understanding that as multi-dimensional beings, the cosmos play a part in this. Connecting with the goddesses also plays a part in this. Okay. You want to write that book, you want to start that YouTube TV show, something that is large scale and of course has a lot of moving parts, because as the witch goddess, it has to be complicated, right? A tall order has a lot of ingredients. All right. And then to solidify your counsel. Yeah, I talked a little bit about that in the Witch Queen, but this is really when you have pinpoint precision. This is what you will be learning in the Enchantress Coven, pinpoint precision to pick the people who will be on your spiritual council. For example, I have some women who are my go-to for readings. I trust them. I can be vulnerable around them. They're not, sleazy or anything like that. They're not trying to get extra money or not really do it. They're good. I've done my homework. I followed them for a while before I reached out to them. They are part of my spiritual council, my emotional council, my best friend. And my best friend also part of my spiritual. She's like across the board, but you know what I mean? As far as like the readings and the witches and everything like that. Emotional counsel. I am 100% vulnerable around my best friend. I totally trust her. She's my person. I'm her person. Okay. And the list goes on. This is where we are developing our counsel. Which goddesses need that counsel? Which queens are building that? They're starting to look at, okay, which goddesses is a non-negotiable. This includes your financial counsel. Okay. What does that look like for you? Because this is the time where you're cleaning the house, cleaning your queendom, all right, cleaning your environment. So that's who it's for and the why, and the benefits really result in. I just got a vision. I just had this vision of this woman just like waving and acknowledging, like, yes, this is my legacy. I've done it. Thank you. Thank you. Like a thank you speech. The benefits really, include that thank you speech, but the benefits are that when you are developing deeper connections with the goddesses and the cosmos and learning to unlock your magic, you are setting a precedence, can't even talk right now, of how people should be treating you, what to expect when you walk in a room. Is like the saying goes, your reputation precedes you. This is your energy, your confidence, your magic preceding you. Okay. That's one, some of the benefits is that you don't have to do as much work. Okay. People are going to pick up on that. They're going to get it. And if they don't get it, they don't care. They don't want to pick up on it. They get dismissed. Like you don't even have to really do anything. Spirit's going to take care of that. So that's one of the perks, one of the benefits. That another benefit is that as you are doing this work, what you're going to see is the things that you are truly, fully, 100% capable of. It's easy to forget that. It's easy to get caught up in the work and having our nose to the grindstone and making sure that, you know, the legacy is intact and being protected, that we are understanding our magic. But just remember that portion too. Okay. That's easy to forget. All right. Also, you're going to want to change how you operate, right? You will find that self-care is not only at the top of your list, not only a non-negotiable, but it's something that you actually put into practice regularly. It's not one of those things where you say, oh yeah, it's a non-negotiable, but you don't really do it. You're just telling people that it's a non-negotiable and that, you know, they should acknowledge that in some way. You're living it. You're living it. Whether it's the massage, the facials, the mani pedi, the way you're addressing, you are embodying it, you're living it. It's at the forefront. And in doing so, you are taking a stance that, and I'm just speaking a little slower because I'm hearing this message. You are taking a stance that that is what's acceptable for you. So at the witch goddess phase, you're most likely looking at delegating a lot of things. And that's the benefits when you dig deep into this work. You will understand that it's okay to delegate as much as you can. Meaning, if you don't like to cook, you're going to hire someone to cook, or you're probably going to get like a Hello Fresh, you know, where you don't, where at least half of that work, you know, getting the food, etc., that's done. Okay. You might hire a cleaning service to clean your house. You know, it's these things that people would turn their nose up at. Like, why can't you clean your house? Why can't you cook? Because you're a fucking witch goddess. That's why. And you delegate as much as you can, but also you are supporting small businesses. You're helping other people stay employed. So you recognize the full scope of the things that you do in this process, in this beneficial process. Your perception changes as you work through the resources and the training. So the training that's in the common room and the resources in the Witch Goddess Library, you will be able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Be okay and comfortable with delegating and hiring people to do certain things that you know you can do, but you have the means to hire people, so you do it, right? Because as a witch goddess, we are focusing and on containing our energy. That's what I said in the beginning is, you know, actually I'm gonna scroll up here. No mistaking it. You are the HBIC and you know it. You protect your energy at all costs. That's what you're doing. You're protecting your energy at all costs. You understand you are self-aware, and we're up in the ante here. And that's some of the benefits. Okay. You understand who you are. You are well aware of what you're doing. It's okay. You're going to delegate things out because you're focusing on your energy and who you are. You're allowing people, you're giving people the autonomy to do things in your queendom, you know, throughout your life, so you can show up as you are truly supposed to show up in the world. Okay. And that's what you will be learning, is be confident and okay with that, not to feel guilty about it, not to justify it. You are going to learn strategies to be okay with the decisions that you make, to trust the decisions that you make, to claim your sovereignty. That's a big, big, big thing. And remember that word, because I will very soon talk about how Hecate appeared in my dream and how I just been now a daughter of Hecate. All right. So my why, and then I'm going to get to the oracle cards. My why is because I'm currently living this, right? Lived through portion of it, currently living through it. Okay. So goddess Hecate, and that's the nickname for this group of witches. The witch goddess is affectionately known as Hecate, and Hecate is the goddess of witches. So in this phase, I have claimed my sovereignty. I am more free than I have ever been, meaning that I am caring less and less and less about society's terms, rules, and conditions. Okay. I'm not going around robbing banks. I'm not like all like, oh, really forget society because the money's insured by the FDIC. No, 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 no. What I'm saying is society doesn't get to tell me when I should have kids, when I should be married, what I should do, what I should wear, what I should look like, how I should talk, what to like, what not to like, what to believe in, what not to believe in. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Because I have visions with my physical eyes way before I learned what any of this stuff was. So therefore, no one can tell me otherwise. And that's that confidence energy, HBIC energy I'm talking about. Okay. No one can tell me otherwise. When as a kid, I've seen stuff with my physical eyes before I knew the name, before I knew what all that was. Oh yeah, there's other stuff out there in this world. Okay. Um, Again, goddesses appearing in my dreams, when the student is ready, the teacher shows. Okay. Yeah, I read a little bit about Hecate. I bought a candle, it was cool. It was like berry something. It was nice. And I was warming up to her, but I wasn't fully dived into that witch aspect. And woof, came the dream, and that's all she wrote. So everything I've done has led me up to this point, building my queendom, adding on to my queendom, understanding who I want in my spiritual council, what that looked like, who's in my emotional council, um, unlocking more of my magic, sharing more of my magic, learning different ways to show up in the world. I'm showing up. I'm showing up in the world on Instagram doing these reels and dancing, just being silly and having fun. And I'm more serious on the podcast, still having fun, but a little bit more serious. And when I write a blog post, I'm being expressive in my writing, and I want to write another book, So it's all these things that are on my mind, and a lot of things that have yet to come that I can't even tell you guys yet. But that's where I'm at. I'm at this point where the crossroads I already crossed the crossroads, right? Hecate met me at the crossroads, and I'm now on this path. Okay. I recognize that some people are not going to be on this journey with me, and I love them from afar. Bless you. Have a nice life over there, right? Because in this queendom, where I'm the witch goddess, I recognize people for who they are, where they're at. I support them. I love them. I send them all the positive energy and vibes. Okay. And when they're not feeling good, when we gotta do shadow work or they're having a bad day, I'm still supporting them. I'm not judging them. I'm not telling them what they should be doing. I listen first. That's what queens do. That's what goddesses do. Listen first, then if they ask advice, then react, right? I am there now. And I've learned so much. And it came with a lot of emotions, heartache, and so much things. And I am being 100% honest with you guys. Getting to this point was not easy, but it was worth it. Not easy meaning like it wasn't crazy difficult, but it's a lot of emotion involved. You really had to look at yourself in the mirror, a hard look, and ask yourself. Like I asked myself, is this what I want? What I'm doing or what I had to do or whatever, is that no, I'm not even happy. So I need to change that. Or excuse me, I wasn't happy with that. I'm a happy individual. I wasn't happy with that thing. And I had to change it. But this part is being honest with ourselves. We're not hiding. The darkness is our friend, right? The shadows, oh yeah, we own that part. Because shadow work, oh yeah, we eat that for breakfast. You understand? At this witch goddess point, we're here to take on the world. We have something to do, and we're going to do it. And we're going to help other women in the process. And I'm here to help you. And I also learn from people. That's the thing. When I'm teaching, I also learn. Okay. So at this witch goddess phase, we are not here to play. We are here to get ish done, get it done well. And that means that we are sitting on a mighty, mighty throne. And we have to trust the decision that we make. And if something doesn't pan out right, that's okay. Because we're the HBIC. We adapt, we change, but we don't lose our center. We don't lose who we are. And that's what comes with our spiritual, our counsel. And I'm such a firm believer on this. And my life has changed so much from this. Okay, constantly putting myself out there, even when I wasn't even 100% confident years ago. Just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Everything I've done got me here. And I'm so happy for this. And I'm so excited. And I know the potency of the material in the libraries, in the common room. I know how effective it is. And I am excited for women to dive into this material. So let's get into the oracle cards. Now that I said my sermon. All right, I'm just going to spread these out, no particular order, and it's a lot. It's 2, 4, 6 cards. Like, I can't even believe it. All right, so answers. It's an older gentleman, like a sage, and his hands are clasped like over his heart. There are lots of birds, and he has like one, I think, is a green or blue eye, and then one red eye. What this made me think of is Matrix, like the red pill or the blue pill. But it also makes me think of, seeing in different worlds to get your answer, the spiritual realm, the physical realm. And when I pull these cards, I ask Spirit to give insight how the witch goddess can benefit, understand the Enchantress Coven and where she's at currently. So this is saying that you're going to get your answers, spiritual answers and physical answers, which is interesting because I talked about your counsels, spiritual, emotional, financial. So spiritual and physical. As a witch goddess, we're working in multiple realms anyway. All right, animals, you're going to see, and this is interesting too, because I've been getting cats in my dreams lately. One black cat and one tuxedo cat, which is like they have white paws, white color paws, and other parts of white. And here's a woman. There's a moon, a dove, a wolf, an owl, a panther, maybe a black cat. And she just looks like she's just, connecting with them. So your familiar may visit you in your dreams, or you just may connect with any one of these animals. So you can expect animal connection there, working with animals to help you with your magic and protection. Next card is beauty. And this is a woman who she's looking in her back is facing us or facing me. And you see her face in a mirror, but it's like she's looking at the mirror to look back. So it's interesting because even on my Instagram today, I did a story where I said, love your body, thank your body, go stand in the mirror and thank your body. So what I'm getting from this card is that thank your past self because there is beauty in that. And if you're thinking, Tia, I had a rough ass life, there's no beauty in that. You survived. If nothing else, you survived. And it's beautiful that you're still alive. Next is fertility. So as a woman, she's dressed in like red and orange clothes, and she's under a tree, and she has a crescent moon on her forehead and a cute headband. And it looks like she's just chilling for a little while, resting. So this is a time where you're going to give birth to something. So either an actual child or, going through the material in the coven, you're going to give birth to new ideas. So this is also a nice waiting phase where you're just nourishing what you are growing. Okay, so don't think that because you're in this phase where the birth hasn't happened yet, that nothing is happening. No, continue to nourish, continue to, hold space, like as opposed to holding a womb, but hold space for what you are looking to grow, give birth to in your life. Next, spirit guides. Well, here we are. Spirit guide, spirit council is a woman in like a little mystical bubble. She looks like she's in space. And there's two sides to her. There's like one with her eyes open and one with eyes closed. So with this, I'm getting at, again, as multidimensional, multifaceted, multidimensional beings, we are looking at things with, again, our physical eye, and with our eyes closed, our mind's eye. So it's funny because it goes back to like the answers where the guy is looking with different eyes. You are connected. Okay. And it's this card, what I'm getting is to be in your spiritual bubble and work with both visions. Sometimes it's easy as a witch goddess to just want to do the clairvoyant, looking through your mind's eye. But we can also get visions with our actual eyes. Like I'm a prime example of that. So focus on both aspects. But when you do that, try to be in your little sacred space where you can really concentrate and do that, and then do it, when you're outside and things like that, of course. But make sure that you check in with yourself and make sure that you regularly cleanse your third eye chakra. And last but not least, willpower. It's a woman in like a sexy, badass dress that's flowy, and it looks like she's holding the world and the moon. And it looks like she's standing on clouds. So basically, what they're saying is that you hold the world in your hands. You're totally capable of everything, even with holding the moon. It's like everything's in your possession, right? And this willpower is giving the extra oomph. The Enchantress Coven is giving you that extra support that you need to carry out, to execute your goals, your dreams, your desires, so you can have that magical life. Okay. So that's what this is saying. That's what I have. I'm so excited for this. Sharing my stories, little stories in between, to help you understand why I created these 4 phases and how they're beneficial, why they're effective, all that jazz. I know I didn't get too much into, me being a Reiki practitioner and Acacia record practitioner, among other spiritual healing practices, because I really wanted to focus on the benefits of being in the Enchantress Coven, where you had the libraries and other resources on hand. So with that being said, I would love to see you in the Enchantress Coven. There's so much healing and support and love and strategies there for you to have the most amazing, magical, wonderful life where things work in your favor, where you are this transformed, amazing, unstoppable being, where also you have that sense of relief. Like, this is I know I deserve this life and I have it. I worked hard for this. I deserve this. This is great. This is exactly what I felt, what I thought, what I think. This is everything. And that's what I'm saying. You can have that life. It's available to you. It's available to anyone. But we just got to get past these mindsets and other things that are just blockages. Okay. And regularly check in with ourselves, because life happens. We could be on a good path and life happens and our light is dimmed a little bit. And we just got to get back on track. All right. And that's where the community comes in. All right. All right, witch goddess. Okay. I am sending you so many blessings, lots of love. I am rooting for you. Be kind to yourself. All right. And I will talk to you soon. There's another series coming up. You're going to love it. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for tuning in, Magical One. Let's keep in touch. Join the VIP email list by going to tiamariejohnson.com. And as always, I'm sending you lots of love, many blessings. I'm rooting for you. And remember to be kind to yourself. Until next time.